I wrote a great book, and I'm working on a great screenplay of that great book. I need somebody, a producer, a director, a publisher, an actor who's looking for a project that's fresh and new, something different, something unique that's never been done before, something true. You know what they say about truth. The thing is, I'm not a movie star writing my memoirs. I'm not a serial killer writing about my spree. I'm not an athlete writing about how great I was. I'm not a disgraced politician writing about who knows what. I'm just a regular person who was lucky enough to have a special and very unique Italian grandmother. I knew about some of the situations that were going on in her life because I was around for the bare bones of it. But then she started going into more detail and telling me stories about the part of her life I didn't know. I would sit and listen and be sad, amazed, shocked, or laugh at what she was telling me. Finally, one day I said, "Gram, you should hire a writer and write a book." She just laughed and said, "Well, I was hoping one of my grandchildren would write it." I started thinking about what she said. I knew that her story was great. I felt it should be told. I would love to be the one to write it, but I'm not a writer. The more I thought about it, the more I thought, well, maybe if I go back to school I could do it. Maybe I could learn to be a writer. So what I thought I should do was have her talk into a tape recorder and give me details that we could expand on later. While she was doing that, I actually did go to the local college and take some courses I thought would help me. We spent hours, days, months on the phone and in person, talking about the things she recorded. I talked to other family members to get their perspective on some of these stories. Well, this book is almost 100,000 words. It's full of stories about her life, her sad start, an abusive man, her escape from an abusive relationship, a tragedy, how she overcame that tragedy, her fun and adventurous times during the swing era, her very exciting and dangerous times, and all the times in between. I was lucky enough to get all this information and put it down on paper. The problem is I'm a nobody who can't get a book published. I've sent out hundreds of queries, and a lot of them told me what a great story I have, but it's not something they could take on. In other words, no. I refuse to self-publish because anybody with a couple of $1,000s could do that. This story is too good not to be taken seriously. Besides, I know that not only will it be a great book, but it will be an even greater movie. My cousin Angelina suggested I put it on social media. I'm a very private person, never wanted to have social media, but this story is too important to me to not try everything. I met somebody who's an avid reader, so I let him read my book to see what he thought. He loved it and agreed that this is a story that would make a great movie. He told me I should write the screenplay. Well, I wasn't a writer to begin with, and I'm definitely not a screenplay writer. He told me he believes in this story so much that he would help me write it. Actually, he's writing it and I'm helping him. So that's what we're doing. We're writing the screenplay. When I was writing the book and seeing it in my head, I knew it would be a great movie. Now that we're writing the screenplay, it's even better than I thought. I need somebody to take a chance on me and this story. I know you'll be happy you did because I know how great it is. I'm very protective of it, and I don't want to give anything away. But I would love to sit down with somebody who might want to take it on. All I ask is that you let me tell you about it. Like Grandma would say, "Come on, take a shot. What do you got to lose?"